Hey, everybody, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin coming to my friends in Maryland's beautiful 8th District from the Rayburn House office building. Today is Friday, July the 18th. It is time for my favorite time of the week, actually, Local Hero, when we get to recognize the people who are making life in Maryland's 8th District so wonderful. And my local hero this week is Manny Hidalgo, who is the outgoing executive director of Shepherd's Table. He has served in that capacity for the last 6 years. Shepherd's Table was launched in 1983 with a mission of improving the quality of life and pathways to self-sufficiency for people experiencing homelessness and food insecurity. And in addition to providing lots of other social services, Shepherd's Table provides breakfast, lunch, and dinner 5 days a week and brunch and dinner on the weekends, making it the biggest provider of prepared meals to people experiencing hunger and homelessness in the whole metropolitan area. I've gotten to go over there a bunch of times over the years, and the food is great, and the atmosphere is great, and the staff is great, and a lot of that has to do with Manny Hidalgo. And Manny has served on MoCo's Interagency Commission on Homelessness, and he was appointed to the board of nonprofit Montgomery, and he's had a distinguished career in federal and local government, serving as director of the Office of Economic Opportunity for the U.S. Small Business Administration and the COO of the National Community Reinvestment Coalition. And for 9 years, he was executive director of the Latino Economic Development Center. And he's been on lots of local community not-for-profit boards. He's received all kinds of awards for his community activism and engagement. He went to Georgetown and he got his master's from Florida International University. And I'm proud to say he's my constituent in downtown Silver Spring, Maryland. Everybody, please welcome Manny Hidalgo from Shepherd's Table, our local hero. And Manny,
Thank you.
congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Congressman. I really appreciate this. It's quite an honor.
So 6 years it's been, in a very tough, hard job with amazing rewards, undoubtedly, for you. Tell me kind of what your impressions were of life for people experiencing homelessness and poverty back when you started, and what it's like today, the changes you've seen us go through.
Yeah, no, I mean, so much has changed. When I came, it was July of 2019. And, we were serving, normally we would probably have, if we had 100 meal guests, that was considered many. Now it's very common to have over 200 at every given meal. So just the sheer volume of need has increased exponentially since 2019. Of course, the pandemic had a tremendous impact on the need for food. And I think this county did a wonderful job of mobilizing to create an Office of Food Systems Resilience within the county government that has been super helpful to us and has been a great partner. And I feel like you have some real leaders like Dr. Earl Stoddard, who's working for the county executive in sort of facilitating this systems-wide approach to addressing the increasing hunger needs throughout the county. So I think, a lot has happened to make it more important for us to be here and to serve meals to everybody who shows up at Shepherd's Table. But I think one of the things that, that I've enjoyed throughout this process and surviving the pandemic and coming up with ways to serve meals outside. And, at one point, our entire kitchen was closed down. Not the kitchen, the dining hall was closed down. The kitchen's never been closed down. The fact that we've never missed a meal in 42 years, I don't know if anyone else can say that nationwide. That's the people of Silver Spring who have decided that no one should go hungry, here in our community. And I think we're one of the few communities that can say that on any given day, you can get 3 hot, nutritious meals at Shepherd's Table. And that's because the community has really bought into this vision and have given tremendous amount of not only monetary support, but volunteer support. We have like 4,000 volunteers annually. In kind, we receive close to $2 million of in-kind support in addition to what we're able to fundraise, about another $3 million. So It really is a community. It's a labor of love for the community.
Um, a lot of people thought that maybe after COVID-19, after the crisis, that we would see a dramatic drop in the people coming to Shepherd's Table and other places, but that really hasn't happened, right?
Has not materialized. It went up 28% from 23 to 24, and 32% from 24 to 25. So we're, as you know, Congressman, we're in a very difficult economy. And there are a lot of people that are not making ends meet.
Yeah.
And it's just the difficulty, not just with hunger, but with people experiencing homelessness. Now, one thing during COVID, a lot of folks who had been outdoors and living outdoors for many years, because of COVID, were willing to come in the building and were willing to be housed on the fourth floor here of Progress Place, which is permanent supportive housing. And I do believe that with the creation of more permanent supportive housing, we could get a lot more people off the streets. But as you know, it's very hard to build, and it's very hard to get communities to accept the population that's put into these projects. But I think we have reason to be very optimistic that there's going to be an increase in affordable housing and in particular permanent supportive housing in the years to come. So we're optimistic that things will get better. It's just that right now things are about as bad as they've ever been, to be honest with you.
Well, and unfortunately, I know that people in your line of work are bracing for the upcoming cuts in the SNAP program, nutrition, and Medicaid, all of which
Yes.
complicate and intensify the burden. And all I can say is I will be there to work with you guys to do whatever we can to get through this nightmare,
Well, and you've been there. I mean, I remember when you came to honor the legacy of your son. That was an incredible day to have the Raskin family here serving a meal with us. And it just was so moving to know that, our congressman, wants to serve the community through Shepherd's Table. I could tell you that was such a morale booster for us in a very difficult time. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, it was a
And
morale booster for us to keep Tommy's spirit alive in that way. And he volunteered many, many times through
yes.
his childhood over at Shepherd's Table and knew it well. So it meant a lot to us that you were willing to take the invasion of the Raskins on that Saturday.
Yeah.
So look, so Manny, what's in store for you now? Everybody wants to know, and you're always full of surprises. So I'm wondering, well, what are you thinking about?
So one of the things I'm thinking about is taking a step back a bit from being an executive director and still supporting this work when it comes to hunger and particularly vocational training. I'm very interested in the culinary skills training piece that we've been doing the last several years. Through our last strategic plan, we started a whole culinary skills training program, and I'm particularly excited about helping other organizations that are working on culinary skills training, consulting for other nonprofits in any way I can, and or working for other nonprofits to further that mission of helping people get on a pathway to self-sufficiency. That's something I've always felt very strongly about, that we use the meal as just a tool to get to know people.
Yeah.
But the real magic happens in sitting down and breaking bread with people and finding out why they're here and how we could help them not have to come here for the rest of their lives, right? How this could just be a stop on their journey and not the final destination. So I want to continue to help organizations doing that work.
Well, I know you'll take your tremendous organizing and administrative skills with you wherever you go, Manny. Thank you for your great service to our community. Please say hello to all our friends at Shepherd's Table and hang tough. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Congressman. Appreciate it.